Wilson holds offers from every major program in the U.S. At 6'4", 320, Wilson is virtually unblockable on one-on-one situations and was a fixture in opponents' backfields last season when he recorded 87 tackles and 14 sacks. Next up is North Shore defensive end Clayvon Chason. Chason was outstanding in the state championship game, helping to hold a potent Westlake offense to just 14 points. Despite missing 4 games due to injury, he earned All-State honors last year, and he returns as the leader of a defense that is traditionally one of the strongest in the area. His college offers include TCU, Texas, and Ole Miss, amongst others. Toby Duque is a relentless presence on the defensive line at George Ranch. Last year, he earned all-district honors after being virtually unblockable off the edge. He earned defensive MVP honors in the state championship win over Mansfield Lake Ridge. Manville's Derrick Tucker headlines the area in defensive backs. Tucker is a rangy, athletic corner who's able to shut down opposing receivers on a regular basis. Standing at 6 feet 3 inches, he helped lead the Maverick defense with 49 tackles and 4 interceptions in 2015. This talented ball-hawking DB is a sure tackler in the open field and committed to play at Texas A&M. It's another great year for linebackers, and Ahmad Willis Dalton of Cy Ranch is at the head of the class. Whether anchoring the run defense or rushing the passer, Dalton is a one-man wrecking crew. Dalton returns as the team's leading tackler and was a unanimous first-team All-District selection a year ago. He's also the Mustangs' best player on special teams. Next up, we have the running back position. First up is Langham Creek's own Toniel Carter. At 6'1", 200 pounds, Carter is a speedy back that also brings some size to the table. Last year, he ran for an astounding 8.5 yards per carry. As the do-it-all man for the Lobos, he led the team in all-purpose yards and touchdowns as well. Langham Creek will depend heavily on Carter to carry the team once again this year. After graduation, he'll play for Georgia and is looking forward to carrying on the strong tradition of the running back position. Next up, we have Humble's running back Kario Brown. Brown is a smaller, shiftier back at 5'9", 170. He averaged a very solid 7.6 yards per carry last season and also caught 2 touchdown passes out of the backfield. Humble will rely on him to be a multi-purpose weapon this season, and Brown currently holds offers from Colorado State, Houston, and University of Louisiana Monroe. Manny Netherley starts off the receivers out of Crosby. The former Texas A&M commit stands in at 6'2" and weighs 172. Netherley hauled in 1,068 yards worth of receptions and 18 touchdowns last season, and even ran for 4 touchdowns, plus he threw for 2 more. The Crosby product was a real Swiss Army knife for the Cougars last year, and he hauled in dozens of college offers due to his immense potential. Netherley chose to reopen his recruitment just this past spring. Cedarian Lamb of Richmond Foster is a 4-star recruit who returns this year after catching 57 balls for 1,082 yards and 11 touchdowns. Standing at 6'3", weighing 189, Lamb is a physical receiver who's a matchup nightmare for smaller defensive backs. Few, if any, quarterbacks have had any success in slowing him down one-on-one, and his ability to stretch the defense is a big reason why Foster will have one of the state's most explosive offenses. Lamb committed to Oklahoma earlier this summer and will be a key factor in Foster's success this season. Rounding out this talented group of receivers is Cy Ranch product R.J. Sneed. The 6'2" wideout helped the Mustangs to a 2014 state championship berth as a sophomore and took his game to another level last year as a junior when he caught 33 balls and 9 touchdowns. Sneed will now be tasked with trying to lead Cy Ranch back to the state championship as a senior and is verbally committed to play at TCU. One of the top players in the state is Cy-Fair tight end Brock Wright. He caught a modest 28 passes last season, 4 of which went for touchdowns. And he's also one of the state's premier blockers at the tight end position. Although the Bobcats struggled last year, Wright stood out to recruiters, and he's verbally committed to play at Notre Dame.